you being the single mom, you talked about, you know, your kids, you wanted to make sure that they had everything. And, you know, one of the things that my mom had stressed with me when I was a kid was, you know, making sure that your husband came first. And everything that she did, we knew my dad came first. And that's something that I have taken into my relationship as well. You don't want to make your kids feel like they don't come first either, like they're not as important. How do you balance that? How do you, I know it's a delicate balance. How do you manage that?
I don't.
You don't?
I don't. I mean, I have to be honest, I don't. And that is one of the biggest things that we struggle with because, you know, by no means do I just let them or things that are going on with them take over. But at the same time, I try to balance. Like, I want the harmony. So I want everybody to be happy. Because I always go back to, I created this for them. Mm-hmm. So me owning that, I don't want y'all to be unhappy with whatever it is. So I do try to, now if you're wrong, you're wrong. If you're in trouble and you've done something and it is what it is. But if it's one of those things that I say is really not a big deal and it's something that he feels really was or, you know, constitutes a major, you know, we need to sit down and have a family meeting type thing, it is hard because I'm a peacemaker. Like I want them to be happy with him, here with him, and him to be happy here with them. Mm-hmm. And when that is not balanced and that's, you know, the scale is teetering, you know, heavier on one side than the other, it's hard. And it's hard because I feel like I created it and that I'm in the middle of it. And so sometimes I'll say that and he'll say, you know, stop saying that you're in the middle of it. And I'm like, but I am. Because if you're upset and you're, you know, having issues communicating how and why you're upset, you just shut down. And then they're kids. So, and boys especially, you know, that's the same thing. They're not going to do a whole lot of communicating and trying to talk through and, okay, well, can we sit down and talk about it? Not a teenager. Yeah. They're just not. So I'm a spokesperson on both sides. I'm talking to my husband and we're talking through things and I'm getting his perspective. Then I'm taking that conversation and I'm going to okay, well, so
you're a mediator.
This is how Mr. Maceo really feels and this is why that upsets him. So do you understand why we're really mad? You know, and it's hard because then I'll have that conversation and I'll get feedback from my children. And then when I go back to talk to him, he's angrier. He's angry because we should have all had this conversation together. And I'm like, okay, I was doing the best what I thought was the best thing to do because sometimes
when you have it all together, you can't have
that person is not going to feel, I know my children, they're not going to feel comfortable enough. Some of what they share with me, they share with me because it's me. Mm-hmm. It's human. They're kids. You know, same scenario when we talk about like certain instances where the children and who they ask. His children didn't live with us, but when they were with us, if he wasn't here, then of course they would ask me. Sometimes when mom would be here, they still wouldn't ask him. They would call me, you know. But
well, they know who's going to say yes and who's going to say no.
Yeah, or who may challenge, like, if I ask Mr. Maceo, he will ask a lot of questions. Mommy is really just not going to do all that. So, but like letting him know that don't internalize that. They're kids, so your children more than likely are going to come to you. If we're both here, and I'm okay, like that's not a big deal to me. But sometimes he would feel like, well, I'm right here, you know, and they were right here with me. Why did they go upstairs to bother you, Lord, to ask the question? Woo. Yeah.
Been there.
The struggle is real.
The struggle is real. If I may ask you something, your kids call him Mr. Maceo. Mm-hmm. Christian calls me Miss Allison. Mm-hmm. And we all know that, you know, well, you may not know. In the past, when Christian was 4 or 5 years old,
he called you something else, right?
No, he was told not to call me mom.
Oh, okay.
And so now he's 14, he'll be 15 in a month. He still calls me that. I've never asked for him to call me mom, stepmom, whatever, because I want it to be something that he does on his own. Is that something that, and for me, I can't get with the first names. I've never been able to do this.
And that's my husband. And so that's where it came from.
Okay.
Because at the time, my youngest was 5 or 6. Like, once it got serious and to the point of us considering the move and all of that. But initially, he was like, I can't have come in and they say, oh, what's up, Mace? What's up, Maceo? And so I think somebody did. It may have been my daughter. She might have said, what's up, Mr. Maceo? What's up, Maceo? And he said, Mr. Maceo. And from there, it was almost like they knew
Not to call me Miss Mace.
Yeah, so that must be what he wants to be called.
Mhm.
And so that's what it has been.
Sorry. Need to take a sip. So, I think we kind of talked about this earlier about you squeezing it. Well, no, me time, not quality time with your spouse. Me time. I know you like to hit the gym, as that's one way to get your me time. But we're not always able to do that. So, how do you is it a priority for you to do me time? How do you make it a priority? And what does me time look like for you?
It's different. Since it's been just he and I, and normally he's home in the evenings, it already takes me almost 2 hours to get home. I used to stop after work and just get my workout in. But because of just trying to be conscious of it, come home at a decent time and maybe we can have dinner and just kind of spend some TV time. Just some time together before like coming in and going, shower and ready to go to bed. So my conscious effort has been to do it during my day. So I sacrifice my lunch and I go and, do my little workout and get that done. So most days I would say between 3 and 5. It just depends on the week and what's going on. But I get that piece of it in. Besides that, it's really not, I have a lot of time alone in the car. With my thoughts and, traveling with the traffic. Occasionally, the girls and I'll get together and, we might do a Taco Tuesday or a boozy brunch or something like that. But those are, kind of here and there. Yeah. I'll go and, do nails and stuff sometimes. Occasionally I'll work the hair salon in there. But it's nothing that I prioritize and just say once a month. And I know you and I had talked about it once a month or, every 6 to 8 weeks we need to go and just make a day of it. Have brunch, go to the spa and, kind of just take a time out. And that was November. And we haven't been since. So,
Don't make me feel bad.
Yeah, so I really need to do better, but in my defense, I've been trying to, spend as much time as I can with my husband. Yeah, just time for us to reconnect, try to bond, talk about some of the things that maybe we missed with having the kids. Because every day it was always so much going on and different personalities, and then he's here and dealing with us, and then outside of here his children were in a different household and having to deal with that on top of both of us working and his parents, things going on with his parents in North Carolina, same thing with me, my mom, my grandparents, so we were all over the place. And so now some of those things still exist, but it's just a little bit different because we don't have it happening within the house daily.
So it makes it it makes it easier for you guys to become more of a solid unit. Okay. So this is my last question, and then I'll leave you be, I promise.
This is the kicker. Here comes the boom.
What is the one piece of advice that you would give your younger self?
I would say, because I have a lot to say to her.
You got a lot to say to her.
Ultimately, it would be to follow the dream, like the things that you want, the stuff that you want, you know, for yourself. Because I look now, and I mean, we're not old, but look at all the opportunities and stuff that the kids now have, and the things that they can do. Like, they've created stuff, you know, that you could be a full-time vlogger, you know, and get paid to do what we are doing, you know. So just not being not a go along to get along person, because for a long time I was in. And when I say go along to get along, just not really wanting the conflict. Like, I wasn't just gonna do anything and everything, but at the same time, I wouldn't really rock the boat. So if, like, I'm not gonna say if I know it may hurt your feelings or make you feel a certain way, even if it did that to me, I would just kind of, all right, I'm gonna just leave. Now, it's a little different, and that is liberating.
Yes.
Like, to be able to just, okay, so now I'll let you do X, I'll let you say Y, now we on Z. And I'm about to tell you, you're not gonna do that. You know, to me, I'm not gonna stand for it and allow you to. So I would tell her to follow your dreams, because it's the world is full of opportunities. Yeah, it's so many things.
And don't, even if you follow those dreams, it doesn't matter when you start.
Right.
It doesn't matter when you start. Yeah. I saw something the other day. A lady was 60 years old when she decided to go back to school and get her a Juris Doctor because she wanted to be an attorney. And she practiced until she was 81.
Wow.
And so 20 years, who would have thought, you know, at 60 you could have a whole new career. So I appreciate that. I think that's good. I think that's good advice for everyone. Well, everyone, thank you so much for tuning in to this month's episode of Comfy Convo. Thank you, Nikisha, for participating. I'm so grateful for you being so candid. Remember to follow us on Facebook and watch our live episodes where we talk about what we discussed in this case, in this segment. So that's it. That's all. Go out and do something positive for your marriage today.